Alright, here I am again. Just for the record, the video timestamp right now is 1:13:02, and I'm starting it. Sound desync is still there, very slight. Alright, where were we? Super 2, Ken. Ghetto a safe jump. I really don't like waking up with Shoryukens in this game. It depends on the Shoryuken. So that's actually really interesting. He did the reset, and Ken tried to parry out, and because he parried the... he was only going to get juggled for one more hit, possibly two. Or up to three, I guess, technically, if the hits were inside him the whole time. And because he tried to parry out, he got hit by the orb after parrying, and the juggle limit was reset, so he could get juggled like 6 or so more times. And he got hit by a roundhouse and then the orb immediately, and even though the roundhouse resets, he got hit by the orb as soon as he could. So it caused a knockdown state again, so he got hit by 2 roundhouses, which does an incredible amount of dizzy. That kind of thing happens a lot. It's pretty much the reason you shouldn't try and parry out of that corner setup. You need a lot of parries to actually successfully get out. But if you just eat the single hit of the super, it's not too bad. Or you usually can't get anything out of it besides a bad mix-up. I don't really like neutral jumping as your double jump 99% of the time. It's kind of risky to go for. This Ken's playing alright. It's not super offensive. I think the sound desync's been getting worse and worse the longer the video's been going on. These little pokes, you can parry them, but the way he's staggering them makes it really difficult to go for that kind of thing. It's just a little overhead low mix-up. You can see it just doesn't go anywhere. If you get a really far away super that you can chase in, you can combo like a stand strong after the super. But he activated the super too close. So basically he just got like a single hit. He could maybe do something with this one. That was nice. Got the low. That's one of the reasons you can't really efficiently go for this sort of thing on Ken. You have to jump and air parry that. And even if you air parry the whole thing, you don't always have a punish available. It's also quite a hard air parry, and if you ever miss one, he can juggle you with a light DP. So it does really high damage actually. That was an attempted far universal overhead into super. I think even Point Blank King can combo universal overhead into super on Oro because his crouch is abnormally low. Oro, Elena, and Chun-Li have very low crouches. Like, they have low profile on their natural crouch states. Like, they can duck under some fireballs. Urian's EX fireball is the big notable one. But obviously, like, Remy's high fireballs too. Characters that can't duck that have a really hard time against Remy. He baited the throw there, and then he didn't do anything with it. He's standing in the perfect range. Ken gets so nervous at that range. Every character gets so nervous at that range. That was a good low parry. Every hit of an uppercut can be parried low or high. So the real guess is if they cancel, like let's say low short into uppercut or stand strong into uppercut, that'll be a high parry only or a low parry only into a Shoryuken. You just have to guess. Or you could just block the initial hit and then parry the rest. Another attempted parry out, caused him to get hit by 2 roundhouses. I would have done Stand Fierce there, but I don't think it would have worked. Ken can actually reversal Super Oro Stand Fierce, I think. That's the overhead. The 2-hit overhead. That was good. Yeah, he got 2 hits again. See, that he actually reset with the kick, but in this game, even if you get air reset, if there's still juggle potential left, you can still get juggled by supers. So you can do combos like Ryu air-to-air jab, and then just Shinku Hadoken as soon as you land on the ground. Even though they're air reset, even though the combo technically drops and they can parry out, the super will still pick them up before they hit the ground. And they can parry, but they can't block because they're airborne. So it works the same way that anti-air super works, which is kind of cool. They also have access to none of their air options. You can't like get hit by an air-to-air jab, for example, as a Ibuki, and then still air super. Just going for these wild parries. I don't know what it, like Chun-Li doesn't really have a whole lot in the way of combos. Strings, multi-hit strings. So I don't know what he was doing, like parry, walk-in parry. I guess he really wanted stand strong, but he didn't even go for stand strong at any point. He just went for stand forward. He only goes for stand forward. Garota's way of playing this game is very strange. One thing I considered, that was a nice parry on the Chun-Li's part, is that he's trying to kill very slowly, like for the sake of recording, you know. But I don't know if he decided like this slew of matches would be the match that he would, the matches that would go to the Garota DVD. But like if he was deliberately not getting high damage every single opportunity he got just so he could, you know, demonstrate more footsies. I find it very strange he's not landing strong whenever he can. That's like the main reason to play Oro. That's like the big weapon that Oro has, is this safe launcher that leads to ridiculous damage and builds ridiculous meter. It sets up an infinite, honestly. There it is. This combo, oh, he dropped it. He actually had a touch of Dizzy he could have gone for there if he did stand jab for the reset on the rock. And then juggled into, or not a reset, but like one hit juggle, and then juggled into a bunch of roundhouses in the corner. He could have gotten an instant Dizzy on Chun-Li. He wouldn't have been able to kill, I don't think, because he would have had to sacrifice a lot of damage for the sake of Dizzy. Basically, every hit that does roundhouse only gets, it's kind of hard to describe unless you see it, the touch of Dizzy. But you get single hits of roundhouse with no stones connecting. And it, you do less damage because none of the stones are connecting, but the Dizzy doesn't scale. He's doing his juggles really early, he's causing them to fall out. This is a matchup that any good Chun-Li should win quite easily. That was a good punish. I mean, the better player still tends to win in Street Fighter, but a matchup this imbalanced can overcome player skill. As long as the Chun-Li is at least halfway as good as Oro. That neutral jump directly above her, she can just walk whichever direction Oro isn't facing, and then he can't hit her. That's why double neutral jumps are bad. He had the touch of Dizzy there, too. Oh, he's 3-stone, actually. He still could have done a lot of Dizzy. He still didn't use up much of the juggle potential. He's not going for optimized setups at all. I don't know what I'm expecting at this point, though. Chun-Li can actually super through fireballs. So that was like, you should really not throw fireballs versus Chun-Li as Oro. It's kind of risky that he even did that. It goes through fireballs reliably from almost anywhere up to full screen. And just gets the full super. Every stand roundhouse does about a quarter of a Dizzy bar. Slightly less than a quarter on Oro's Dizzy bar. Oro's got the... Oh, he went for the close strong. It's harder to get. You could have just dashed up and done like a towards strong, and that would have been easy to get. Close strong is much more rewarding though. He saw how high his connect was, and he was like, I want that close strong. He could have gotten it, but it was hard. It was difficult. He had to do it very precisely. But he got a high enough connect. That's what you should do. You should always parry like while you're jumping upward. There's almost no reason not to do that. And it works in a lot of scenarios. If you've got time to leave the ground, you can parry like in all your early jump frames. And you can still act after an air parry, that's the thing. You can even parry after an air parry. A lot of really high level players do that. He got a really lucky stand strong there, but it was not a point blank stand strong, so he might not have been able at all to do a walk up second stand strong into super. So he probably should have gone for the super immediately and then just tried to meter build. Or just, you know, let himself die. But honestly, comebacks are really easy to make in this game. So you should, I always advocate in this game spinning meter instead of losing. I shouldn't say comebacks are easy to make, but like the health bar is effectively just shorter. Like every character's damage is higher relative to health bars than it is in Street Fighter 4. And also parries exist. So there are fewer guaranteed kill scenarios, or just true mix-ups. That was a nice dash in double parry. But once again, he got a not point blank stand strong, so he should have gone straight into super for sure that time, instead of trying to walk forward strong. That was an attempted tick throw. Tick throws are very strange in this game. Because lights don't lead to damage, you basically only use lights for tick throws for a lot of characters, and nothing else. Like, you don't use lights in a lot of scenarios. Oro doesn't use his close short, close jab, far short, or far jab for almost anything other than thinking the opponent. And crouch short, and crouch jab. All these, Oro basically doesn't use his light normals. I mean, you can use like some of them for things. They all do little minor things, but it's all super matchup specific. Oro actually has a one-frame link from his close jab to his far short. It's his only standing link. Links are very rare in this game. There aren't a lot of them. Oro doesn't have very good frame advantage on most of his normals. Nice red parry. It didn't actually help him at all. It just dodged a little bit of chip damage. He still didn't get the punish. And even if he blocked it, he could have gotten the punish. For the most part, in Street Fighter 3, you want to go for parries whenever you wouldn't have a punish without parrying. Or if you're 100% sure you can... Oh, that was nice. If you're 100% sure you can parry, or if you're going to die to chip. See that? On most other characters, if they're crouching and Oro does universal overhead into like stand forward or something, it'll combo because the rocks will carry over the hit stun needed. Parry it, parry it, parry it. Oh, he jumped over it. You can parry after killing. It's kind of funny. But because Oro's so small, the rocks just whiff while he's crouching. So if he crouch blocks and then gets hit by a universal overhead, and then the other Oro does like stand forward, it won't combo because the rocks don't hit. That stand strong is really good. Hugo can clap and stand strong a lot to trade with Oro's fireball, and it's a really good trade for Hugo because Hugo's doing it really well. He's getting the taunts too. The thing about Hugo's taunt is that it raises. This is a good Hugo. It raises his defense every time you do it. You can do it up to 4 times. Once again, jump in stomp is basically a tree mix-up with empty jump throw. But you have to consider empty jump throw is not that bad, especially if you're cornered, because it'll mean that you're kicked out of the corner. That stand strong is good against fireballs, but he needs to actually hit the fireball, and right now he's getting counter hit. Look at all this dizzy. He's dead. He actually EX clapped the super. That was smart. I didn't expect. This is like a good Hugo. This Hugo actually knows the matchup. This is the guy I've been the most impressed with since I started watching, besides Crota himself. He's still got a ton of dizzy. Even if he just does this trade for the rest of the match, he had time to land and block. He should not have tried to jump roundhouse. It wasn't in range. I don't even think Jump Fierce would have been in range. I don't remember which one goes farther in this game. Jump Fierce goes farther in Street Fighter 4. Oro is small though. It's kind of hard to hit Oro with Jump Fierce. It might actually be impossible if Oro's crouching. Crota's playing this ranged game real dirty. It's very hard to not get cornered while you're playing this ranged game with Oro. And it's surprisingly difficult to escape the corner, given that you can just super jump forward. Hugo could do things like jump back jab, or like shoot down, or like he's got a lot of options to mix you up on your jump outs. It makes it difficult to escape. He can EX Lariat after you too. Car command grab. I don't really like that. Got the taunt off. EX clap the fireball. He didn't need to do that from that place on the screen. But then again, I guess he's trying to work Crota into the corner, which is what you should do in this matchup. Whoa, running bear. That stand jab was good. Honestly, I feel like he's jumping so much that this Hugo should just shoot down backbreaker after blocking a jump in normal. I think it'll work. Yeah, that time he didn't even try for the EX clap. He knew he could just give up ground. It was fine. I heard the kill long before I saw it. Body press is a real good move in this game. Body splat. Getting those taunts off. That's really minor damage considering he got off 2 taunts. So Hugo should be quite happy with that. Towards strong is a great whiff punish in this matchup for Oro. Oro has a really hard time whiff punishing most of Hugo's normals, and he pretty much has to use stand forward towards strong or fireballs, and fireballs are not super effective at whiff punishing. Hugo's doing this super well. Crota saw he tried for the chicken combo on Hugo again. I guess it's just muscle memory. You have much better combos on Hugo. Most of them require down charge though, unfortunately. Or back charge, rather. That was a cross-up unblockable. He went for the wrong combo, but it didn't matter because he hit strong too early, so one of the hits of the super hit after the strong. Hugo's playing the matchup expertly. Blocked the instant overhead, or I mean got hit by the instant overhead, and still got a punish with stand strong. This Hugo's looking to win it. Unless he really fucks up. That's a good double jab. I think he could have done a third one. Nice. Jump jab. Might have been jump strong. They have the same animation. I think it was jump jab though. Jump jab, you can you recover sooner, so you can do another jab after getting parried sometimes. So that's cool. This Hugo actually beat Kuroda's Oro. I could tell immediately. I was like, yeah, this Hugo's better than everyone else. Once again, this matchup is theoretically heavily in Oro's favor, but Kuroda's not actually doing most of the things that make it really good for Oro. He's playing the neutral game pretty well, but his corner game is where Oro actually beats Hugo, and he's not playing it well at all. He had a punish there. Could have good dashed under him and done close strong, and it would have hit the body press. Would have just beat it. Why a throw? Throw does nothing. That towards strong is really good. It does a lot of dizzy too. Every normal Oro does a lot of dizzy. But jump back jab is so good in this matchup. That was good. Should have parried 2 hits of the super and then started blocking. Which is, he parried 2 hits of the super and then got hit. I presume because he was still going for parries. An SPD. I don't know if you can SPD limbs in this game. I don't know if that works. He's getting those parries. You can actually hold Hugo's parry, but I don't know if it does anything. You can do like 3 flexes instead of 2. There's also a poison taunt, but that definitely doesn't do anything. He actually had a juggle there, maybe. He got the sweep, and then the super picked up. That was really bad. Any good Hugo could have just shoot down backbreakered him on reaction. The double jump. Whenever Hugo sees a double jump, Oro can't act immediately after a double jump, so whenever Hugo sees a double jump from that kind of range, you can just shoot down backbreaker or super 2 it. Super 2 is a pretty good super. Like, you'd never normally run super 2 as Hugo, but against Oro, you need EX a lot more than you need your super. So Super 2 gives you a lot of EX meter, and also anytime you see a double jump, you can Super 2 it on reaction. I should say anytime, but the vast majority of the time. And it punishes some things that are relatively kind of hard to punish, like block stomp. So you can actually, and of course, you know, if Oro's trying to do jump in, jump out, or something like that, you can use it. So it's actually pretty good to use in this matchup. I think the Super Free screwed up his parry timing there. Hugo can really run any super effectively in this matchup, though. Super 1 has a lot of comeback potential, and it punishes some moves. Forces Oro to play on his toes, play very, very defensive, try to avoid getting Super 1, and that opens him up to other things. And then Super 2 gives you all that EX bar and everything I just said, and Super 3 gives you a way to go through fireballs, and also chases down block stomps. And also gives you a lot of EX bar, and you can combo into it. So, it's also really good. I think an argument could be made for any of them. I've been given trouble by Hugo's running any of the supers. But I personally think Super 2 is on paper the best. Curiously, Kuroda, when he plays this matchup as Hugo, he runs Super 2 against Oros, and he does shoot down backbreaker against double jumps. I haven't seen that many players do that, but Kuroda is one of the people who does it. I find that really interesting. I guess I don't find it that interesting. Urien? Urien is 5-5 classically, but I think it might be slightly in Oro's favor. A lot of the matchups have been ironed out for like a decade now. Decade and a half. But this game has evolved a lot, despite the fact that it's as old as it is. A lot of the high-level play didn't surface for a while. Oro's been changing recently in where people think he is in the tier list. And of course, Urien and Makoto took a long time to develop. Once people started really figuring out the optimized combos for those two characters. They both rose dramatically in the tiers. Urien's generally considered a high tier, and he, notably, his strategy works about as effectively on every character, except Akuma, who can teleport out of Aegis Reflector's Dizzy. So, Most of his matches are about even. His strat works pretty well on everyone. Kuma does give him kind of a hard time though. It's probably not even his worst matchup, just purely because Chun-Li and like Yun are so good. I can't say though, I'm not a Urien player. I usually run Super 2 versus Urien. A lot of people run, that's not the right way to do that. A lot of people run Super 3, and a lot of people run Super 2. It's pretty much a 50-50. He did the reversal stomp to be airborne first frame to kill the mix-up. You see that? That's cool. That's what I was talking about earlier. You can use that to get out of cross-up unblockables, and you can also use it to get out of the corner mix-up. You can use it anytime there's a meaty mirror on you. You can also use it to be to dodge throws. He's activating those from so close he can't get the corner cross-up unblockables. But those don't work on Urien anyway because he can. So you can. That's not actually an unblockable. You don't have time. Urien can actually put up a mirror to reflect the fireball though. It seems really silly on paper. It's like, why would I burn one of my excellent supers for one of Oro's bad supers? But dodging the unblockable is really good, and Urien doesn't have any other great ways out of it. Oh, that was so bad. Urien was too afraid to do anything, and then Kuroda dropped his combo. Those combos are kind of hard to get on Oro. Oro's got a funky hitbox. It's actually pretty difficult to pick up both hits of EX tackle on him. That's like the easiest EX tackle combo though, Crouch Fierce EX tackle. Crouch Fierce natively gives you enough time to get charge. They do that a lot in Street Fighter 3 and it's really cool. Like a lot of charge characters, like after a parry, can't immediately go for their charge moves. You can't just do like low strong into flash kick as Remy. Well, you can, but it requires insane charge positioning and expectations. That's not the right setup, but he still managed to get it somehow. That's not a setup that works. He doesn't have enough time to actually get the unblockable. So a lot of charge characters will have like something like a launcher. Like Remy has Crouch Fierce to get a charge immediately. Oro has Stand Strong to get charge. Urien has Crouch Fierce to get charge. Nice pickup. So even if they don't have charge, they can get charge just while this attack is hitting. It's kind of like Vega Stand Fierce in Street Fighter 4 and stuff like that. There aren't that many charge characters in this game. There's also hold on, let me think. There's Q, Remy, Urien, Alex, Chun-Li, and Oro. I think that's it. All characters with charge moves. After a parry, Q usually goes for command grab. After a parry, Alex usually goes for command grab. Chun-Li after a parry usually doesn't really get anything, and I think that's on purpose. She gets a poke. Same run into super. If she has super, she can land super. If she doesn't have super, she gets a poke. This Makoto's doing pretty well for himself. Oh, that was good. He actually high parried Makoto's low forward there. Makoto's low forward has an insane lack of hurt boxes. Makoto wakes up irregularly slowly in this game. Like, she stays on the ground for a long time. And it makes, oh, she got hit twice there and it screwed up the combo. It makes cross-up unblockables really easy on her. She can't be crossed up in the corner though, which means that you have to be mid-screen when you get your combo starter. Which Kuroda is probably going to attempt for. Probably going to corner himself, which is also good for fighting Makoto anyway. Or at least Super 2 Makotos, because it means she can't do her full combos on you. He did it wrong. He didn't go far enough with his jump. That one could have worked, because Makoto... Normally that one, the timing isn't there, but what I usually do is I do 3 dashes... That worked. That was a cross-up unblockable. I usually do 3 dashes forward, and then a dash back, and then I jump forward. And that gives you a perfectly timed forward jump, cross-up unblockable. Quite hard to screw up, too. You just have to make sure your first dash is the right time, or else you'll dash under her. You have to use jab supers, too, in this matchup, which is kind of annoying. That hit. Wow, that was impressive. This Makoto's doing well. There's one frame links into super. That sounds difficult, but actually you can just piano, and you get 3 punch hits, and then 3 punch releases. That was not a cross-up unblockable. The Makoto could just parried away from Oro. Oh, he didn't do the new school setup. It might not have existed. back then. Kuroda's the one who I think made it, or at least popularized it. I don't know when this was recorded. I find it very amusing that he didn't do the new school. He didn't do the Kuroda setup. This must be old. Must be really old footage. Oh, what a drop! He would have killed with that combo. He might have had to use super. Karakusa into Stand Fierce is about as hard in this game as it is in Street Fighter 4. As in, not very. People still occasionally drop it though. No quick stand, no Kuroda setup. That was a good dash under. Oro's forward dash has low profile. So he can use it to get under things. Even things that are hard to get under, like fireballs, he can actually dash under fireballs. I've used that actually. It basically has a ton of surprise value. Good combo. Tsurugi in the corner leads to a juggle. He went for it again. Yeah, that's kill. Nice, very good Makoto. Oh, he did the taunt. That taunt does nothing too. That's the only other taunt in the game that does nothing. Makoto can cancel Hayate into a unique taunt. Holy cow. Was that what he meant to do? Dash forward super. You don't need to take a risk like that. He bet his entire super bar. Wake up Karakusa. Karakusa works basically like an SPD in this game. Makoto is basically a better grappler than Hugo. She's a grappler with actual mobility. Because of the super hit twice. You gotta hit this third stand strong real high. He did it right there. And then the third, it won't hit. He didn't push her enough. You need to do basically some walking in 2 dashes or 3 dashes. Gotta do a lot of pushing to make sure the jab super hits. Whoa, that was nice. Kuroda's very inconsistent with this. That one was just impossible to land because of the super hit twice. That's a reasonably safe way to wake up in this matchup. Cost a lot of meter. The wake up, the motion is it's a charge move into a double quarter circle. So it's charge down into a quarter circle forward to up forward punches, and then another quarter circle forward punch. Pretty weird motion. You don't see motions like that in any other Street Fighter game. Only Street Fighter 3 and 4 actually have specials cancelable into super. And I guess Street Fighter EX series. Cool. I wonder if Marvel at any point had like a flash kick motion into a quarter circle, quarter circle. No, Marvel doesn't have double quarter circles, does it? Kuroda probably has this one. Interesting. That was a good parry on his part. Ooh, nice. Are you ready? Go. Ah, the sounds desync is so bad I'm considering just muting the sound. I kind of like the noises. Even if they're misaligned. That was a good double parry. Anti-air fireballs from both characters who can shoot fireballs up, which is these two, are actually safe, even like point blank. If you parry them, you can't get punished for it. Very few things in this game are safe on parry, but that's one of them. Anti-air fireballs recover pretty fast. What's interesting is that Urien's otherwise a charge character, but his fireball's a quarter circle. And Oro's otherwise... Oro has 2 charge moves. But most of Oro's motions are rolls. Or half of Oro's motions are rolls, but his fireball's a charge move. I kind of like that though, it works really well for both characters. They're smart about the way they designed this game. I don't think there's a single pure charge character. Every single charge character has like 1 quarter circle move. Remy has cold blue kick. Urien has his fireball. That's pretty much a kill combo. The Urien should have supered. That's it. That's exactly why the Urien should do EX super there. EX super comes out in 1 frame, and it would have reflected the fireball. And then Oro would have had to parry the either parry the Aegis or double jump away, which would have left him in a bad landing scenario. That makes up in Urien's favor. That was good. That was a good parry. Missed the punish on the throw tech. I need to go for setups like that a lot more. There are a lot of things that Kuroda's doing way better than what I do, and a lot of things that I do better than him, sadly. I didn't want to watch this and do anything better than him. That Stam Roundhouse hits twice, but it only hits once on Oro, even if Oro's standing. It's an overhead. I didn't even know it was a 2-hit move for like a long time. I thought it was just a 1-hit overhead that was really slow. And then it turned out it was a 2-hit overhead that was just kind of slow, and the first hit can literally not connect on Oro, unless he's airborne. You have to do jab super on Urien too. If you do higher versions, the super will hit twice. Really good thing in this matchup is Oro's low strong. It beats every single button that Urien has except Stand Fierce, and it'll just trade or lose with Stand Fierce. But if he traded, it would be alright. And then Crouch Fierce beats Stand Fierce from Urien, so Oro can just counter poke Urien if he needs to. Makes the matchup kind of hard. Oro wins in footsies versus most of the cast. But he loses solidly in footsies to Chun-Li and Elena, which is why they're two of his bad matchups. And then the other characters he loses to, he loses because either they outdamage him or they just don't function in his combos. If Twin struggled normally, it'd probably be a fair fight. That was a nice parry. The thing about like block into parry is that Stand Strong is high parry only, and low forward is low parry only. And then into Rekkas, they both combo from Rekkas. But you can low block both of those. You can low block Stand Strong and you can low block low forward. And then you can parry the Rekka afterwards. And if he doesn't cancel into Rekka, then you don't even need to worry. You could theoretically stop Oro from doing that by like canceling into an up kick or something. I don't know. It sounds insanely risky. Yang's a very well-rounded character in this game. Trying to go for combos that don't work on Yang. He's still trying to go for combos that don't work on Yang. He really should have just gotten 2-hit Stand Strong into super. EX super. He struggled Yang. Would have gotten a ton of damage. He's getting absolutely terrible punishes. That was an intentional short dive kick trying to bait a parry. And I think Kuroda actually did parry, but then he did this wrong so early, I think it still hit as a punish. That or Yang just wasn't trying to block or parry. Hit Yang out of a throw or something, maybe. Prepare to strike now. I was expecting like super good match footage. I mean, this is good match footage, but like, I want the players that Kuroda's fighting to be better, and all these players are all right. They're fine. But like, I'm probably better than most of the people that Kuroda's fought so far. That was good.
Find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter. Well, I got sticky battles. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Are you ready? Go.
That was neat. Might have been a car throw. I can't tell. He might have just grabbed the whiff animation. I don't know if Urien actually moves for his whiff animation. That's a cross-up unblockable if Urien does it right. I think he was expecting wake-up parry, so he went for lows. He's expecting wake-up high parry, because the obvious thing to do was step kick Urien, or step kick Oro into the mirror. I think the Urien tried to either take a throw. That was good. Or low parry, right there. That only worked because the Urien tried to parry out. Should have tried to block his way out. He had time. There's only a 2-hit fireball. And Kuroda did the very time-consuming escape. I mean, the very time-consuming unblockable. Well, that was amazing, actually. Managed to hit the... Oh, he dropped the combo. You can punish Urien's Crouch Fierce. I think he deliberately didn't go for the punish because he wanted to catch Urien doing a poke, like a desperate poke after the Crouch Fierce. Because his punish for a launcher is just Stam Roundhouse or Oniyama or something, but his punish for a parry is Stand Strong into Infinite. Yeah, he didn't set that up properly. You have to do jab super versus Urien. I wouldn't be like, even as long as Kuroda doesn't explicitly main Oro, which I don't think he did when this was made, I don't expect him to know every unique unblockable setup on every character. That's good. Urien actually might have been able to hit him out of that one with like a low forward or an EX shoulder. If I were the Urien, I would have given it a try. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Round start tackle. Oro can usually get punishes on tackles with either Oniyama or Stern Roundhouse. That's a cross-up unblockable. It should lead to infinite. The Urien should have gone for a mirror to get that off of him. Urien tried to parry out. Got him killed. He didn't do the right combo. Oh, it doesn't matter. Air throw. Yeah. Oh, whoa. He got hit by the last hit. That was amazing. Anything Urien did there but parry, he would have gotten hit by the fireball. He did parry and then he got thrown immediately. That was good. Interestingly, in this game, every character can tech air throws even if they don't have an air throw. In Street Fighter 4, it's no character can tech air throws even if they do have an air throw. I like Street Fighter 3 system better. Air throws have very low priority in Street Fighter 3. They pretty much only beat air-to-air parrying. They lose to most air-to-air normals because they're, I don't know if they just start slowly or they just need to be really close. In Street Fighter 4, pretty much every air throw beats air normals. Like if both players react at the same time, because air throws usually have 3 or 4 frames startup and go really far. There's no air parry, so they needed to give air throws like a reason to exist. This Ken is doing the weirdest normals I've ever seen. There's not a whole lot of point to jabs and shorts if you're not doing his specific confirm. They're sort of risky to do, because if they get parried, you can get hit. That was a good red parry. You got a punish out of that. That was really smart. This Ken is playing very strangely. I don't think it's bad, I just think it's weird. He's actually playing really well apart from the strangeness. That was good. He certainly has his combos down. He's got a slight life lead, but there's not a whole lot of time left. He just needs to not eat a significant combo for 11 seconds. Oh, he's losing again. Interesting. EX Fireball took off 3 hits from Oro Super, despite being a 2-hit Fireball hitting a 4-hit Super. They reduced it to 1 hit. I don't know the reasons behind that. I don't know how that works. Baited the Shoryuken. He didn't even try for the Stern Roundhouse. He might have missed it by being too early. What is this Ken doing? A lot of Shadow players do. He had a much bigger juggle there. He had a much bigger juggle. He got the Stern Roundhouse to Dizzy. Oh, he dropped it. That would have killed. Oh, this is ugly. He could have done Stern Roundhouse, far stand forward, towards strong. There's this corner juggle there when he dizzied. Would have done a lot of extra damage. Would have built a lot of extra meter. And then he could have killed with chicken combo without burning any bar and built even more meter. And then he would have entered this round with like 3 bars. I don't like that close super activation. It's just asking for trouble. There's no mix-up. There's no way he can get like damage on Ken for that. It's not doing anything for him. This is waste meter. That got nothing. That got no damage. So throwing meter away. EX is really useful in this matchup. I don't feel like he should just be throwing meter away even if he's not going to use supers. He went for the universal overhead combo, but missed it. Shame. Chun-Li. Hoyok-sen. The correct super choice. Chun-Li can use a Super 1 decently against Hugo, because she can just activate it anytime he jumps, and it's like almost impossible to parry. It's not almost impossible, it's actually not even that hard to parry. It's very long and tedious to parry. And it is easy to fuck up at some point during it. I think it's 22 hits or something, somewhere around there. Interacts favorably with Hugo though. Chun-Li Super 3 is ridiculously bad, like laughably bad. Interesting. Went for the cross up. The Chun-Li did the option select, I think. The parry one way, block the other way. That fireball looked really weird and bad. Chun-Li could have dashed under him after he did the double jump. That's Aura matchup knowledge. He can't. He has no attack to hit behind him when he neutral jumps. You can just punish like Aura's neutral jumps super easily. Neutral double jumps, that is. That lightning legs was too early. That universal overhead was real good. If he blocked it low, it would have comboed into cherry tap. It would have comboed into Hoyuk-sen. That was smart to be looking for that. Chun-Li's Hoyuk-sen is either 3 or 4 frames. I'm pretty sure 4. I don't know those speeds of most supers, but those are abnormally fast. Dudley has 3 frames. No. Yeah, a 3-frame super and a super 2, and then 2 2-frame supers in his super 1 and super 3, which is really good. Dudley has really fast supers. That double jump, he could have dashed under it. You can just reaction dash there. If Aura does a command grab and it's blocked, Chun-Li can do low forward super, or just super by itself. Both of those work. It's a punish. He got the punish super off the jump in too. He really should be like, I mean the punish low forward. He really should be supering. It's Chun-Li. There, please! Why? There we go. If you block a command grab, you can punish it. It's not safe. I mean, that's like just basics. That's like really, really basic matchup knowledge. That's something you should know if you fought Aura once.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Go.
Stand strong, I think, can be linked to super on reaction, but I'm not sure. You can definitely empty cancel it to super, which is okay. I think you can link Stem Roundhouse to super. Stem Roundhouse is almost almost impossible to connect on Aura though. This is looking like Chun-Li's round. Look, he walked under the right way. That's actually really smart. He got it perfect. That's how you're supposed to. Whenever Aura jumps, you can just punish it like that. Just get on the other side. He might have just been trying to keep the corner though, and not even been looking for that specific thing. Chun-Li's really weird in this game. The thing about her, he could have walked under. Stand jab was nice though. The thing about Chun-Li is really. Lightning Legs is the only mash move in this game. Well, I guess Electricity from Necro is kind of a mash move, but it activates with a DP motion. You could have done another stomp. I would have. Alright, interesting. And it requires, in Street Fighter 4, you can do 5 kick inputs as long as they're on different frames. So you can't do triples like 2 times and get Lightning Legs, but you can do like, you know, short jab, short forward roundhouse, forward short, and get Lightning Legs. In this game, it has to be the same kick 5 times, which is a lot harder to buffer. So Lightning Legs input, getting Lightning Legs in specific places is the key difficulty for Chun-Li. Because Lightning Legs is a really good move, but it's almost impossible to get when you want it. Chun-Li's other moves are all really weird too. She can't combo out of her overhead, of course, because very few links in this game. He had a much better juggle there. He got the dizzy. I shouldn't say much better. Doesn't really matter. Yes, he went for almost. He should have continued the chicken combo. Would have built more meat. Ken was dead regardless of what he did. You should have killed him as slow as possible with the max meter build combo. He went for high damage to just finish him off. That combo is really easy, and easy combos are good on Shadows because, once again, it's 2 frames to do chicken combo on them. It's easier in the corner because you can swap out for roundhouse, chicken scratch, instead of forward chicken scratch. But I'm not sure that Kuroda knows that. That was good, that was a punish. This should lead to a cross-up unblockable infinite into potentially kill. Did it the bad way, but it worked because the Ken didn't block. I think the initial blocking direction is kind of wonky. It shouldn't be. It should just be block away from Aura. Dang. I haven't had to block that many of those because I don't fight that many other Auras. But I know that it is blockable because a lot of people do it to me. But I see people fuck it up a lot, so I think they just don't know how to block. That was good. It's not an unblockable unless like the hits are happening at the same time. And it needs to be several hits, I think. That was such a bad EXDP. I have no idea what he was thinking. That's the strong super, I think. That's the one that works on most characters. I think jab works on pretty much everyone. Strong super works on most characters, and fierce super only works on, like, I think Dudley. Like a couple random characters. Necro, 12. Dudley's the easiest character to do Aura's Infinite on. Dudley has a very hard time escaping it. Oh. It's like a frame trap. This game has frame traps galore. You actually see them all the time. Whoa, that jump fierce was bad. Rhoda happened to commit to something else though. Why 2? Just chip? I guess that makes sense. He had like a mix-up he could have gone for. It was safe. He got the first one off really early. That was good. I would do another super. Oh, he did an EX Fireball instead. That was smart-ish. That was like as smart as doing a super. Super would have been maybe slightly better because it would have done more chip damage, but he wouldn't have been... EX meant he had more, he had meter for another EX Fireball if his gambit didn't pay off. I think 2 EX Fireballs does as much, if not more, chip than a super. That was a good throw. Ah, the cross under. Look at his resets are dirty. Or you get a cross under and then not even go for a thing that you have to block. Usually, if you neutral jump or just jump in general out of Makoto's Karakusa, you can't punish her. Its recovery is way too short. That's the big reason that Makoto's broken. Is there isn't a whole lot of risk for going for Karakusa. You can beat it with reversals, and you can get out of the way sometimes, but you can't. You usually can't actually punish her for doing it. Most characters don't have anything to do that, which is really broken considering it's unblockable and how much damage it leads to. Or it jumps really high though. That was a bad super. A lot of his opponents are just making really risky bad decisions. Like, I never see anyone go for wake up super. Already in this like 2-hour block, I've seen a lot of people go for wake up super. I think he tried to do air throw there. It looked like it jumped short. He was way too low for anything regardless. See that? He neutral jumped the Karakusa and he just didn't get anything. There too. If you come down with a roundhouse, she can parry the roundhouse and then punish you. Like a stand strong or something. Yeah, see that? With the Karakusa. Oro has a really good backdash for this matchup. He can just dash away. But backdashes aren't throw invincible. Oro's backdash is just really quick, that's all. Stand roundhouse. He didn't even go for it. Why not? It's free dizzy, free damage. It works on Makoto. He got a little bit of damage there. That was worth it. Even though there's basically, he only got, like, for his whole super bar, he only got the last of the super plus 2 hits I've ever had. But Makoto had so little health that it was kind of worth it. But Oro can light stomp over Karakusa's, and that's airborne frame 1. So he's actually got a reversal that beats them that he has all the time. And of course it's unsafe on block. Like, she can, if she blocks the stomp, she can just dash in and Karakusa him anyway. But it's good to have a reversal option that works at all. Because not everyone does. I think Necro actually has a couple of reversals that make him airborne on frame 1. I shouldn't say a couple, but I think his half circle back punch does. You can use that to punish Makoto probably. Other moves like that, Buki's like Kazakiri, and Akuma's Demon Flip. Nice uppercut. Requires down charge to do that. He has to do a, that's the wrong combo. He's got to do the Kuroda setup, which he apparently doesn't know. He started with a stomp, so he couldn't do the conventional combo. It's like he's mystified by his own combos failing. He should know the juggle potential. He should know how that works. People who play this game should know the game's engine. Well, it doesn't matter for a lot of characters. Like, you don't need to know how juggles work. But you do if you play Oro. It's really important to Oro's game. It's really practical knowledge. It's impractical for most characters. Like, Ken doesn't need to know how juggles work. All he needs to know is that sometimes after an EX Tatsu, he can juggle 1 or 2 light Tatsus. I mean, light uppercuts. I considered making a guide to the juggle system in this game because it's actually really cool. Thought we do it for my 1-year anniversary of making tutorials. Cool. Meaty Carcass is very difficult to do anything about. Just gotta jump out, it's the only way. Or a reversal. You gotta have a reversal that works. That's good. It's the right frame. You can tell by the way the pose that every character makes during that frame. This is a free juggle. I don't understand why he's not going for it. He's already shown that he knows it. Just not going for it sometimes. You can also juggle Oniyama there. You only get like 1 hit. But if you do strong Oniyama, it does pretty good damage actually. Easiest to get Fierce Oniyama though. Oniyama is the uppercut. I don't remember the names of Oro's special moves. Oniyama's the only one I always remember. I think the command grab is Human Pillar Driver or something like that. And then the fireball is, I think, Sun Disc Palm or something. I don't know what the stomp is. Nishokyaku. No, that's up kick for Yun. I don't know what the stomp is. People just call it chicken scratch. Probably what it translates to. Those are all 4 of our special moves.
Final round. Go for it.
4 special moves is quite enough. He's also got Air Stomp, I guess, which does have radically different properties from Ground Stomp, and thus I guess you can consider it a different move. Weird that he just stopped there for a second. That wasn't a punish. Once again, dash and throw is very legitimate for Makoto. That was a punish. Trip guarded him. Because he whiffed the jump roundhouse right near the beginnings of his jump. This should kill, and he did the juggle wrong. He was too early on the second stand strong. It's not a super tight window for Makoto. He just screwed it up. It's probably like a 5-frame window, which is pretty easy to hit reliably. Juggles are usually pretty easy, and also you don't get punished if they drop, which is why I like juggles as a combo system. They do tend to lend themselves to really long combos though, which is unfortunate. Ah, that's decent. That was a good parry on the X kick. He could just react, honestly. Makoto's got landing recovery on X kick too, so even if she did it late to whiff it, like she still would have hit the ground and then had to recover. Meaty sweep, trying to catch the jump away out of fear of Karakusa. There's the custom animation for sweeping forward dash. Or tumbles forward. It's really risky to leave the ground when the opponent has stones up. He's lucky he got away with that as long as he did. If Kuroda just did like towards strong, he would have punished it. Or just dash forward, stand jab. It's almost, even if you parry some of the rocks, he can just keep on jabbing until you eventually get hit. And then once you get hit, he can just react and hit stand roundhouse for a juggle. So you don't leave the ground. Oh, this Makoto player shook out so fast. That was important because only like 3 hits of that grab would have daisied her. That was really dominant. Rounds can go really fast in this game. He baits the throw and then he misses the punish. Got the right frame. Oh, that was almost a sick walk under. Instead of walking all the way under, he should have done an early stand strong because it would have, even if she parried it, she wouldn't have gotten a punish available. Makoto has no attack that goes down when she's midair. Taunt.
Are you ready? Go.
That's another time he should have done that early stand strong. If it hit, he would have been able to do walk forward another first hit of stand strong and then cancel that DX super and got a ton of damage. He seems to prefer 3-stun super. Damn, look at all those universal overheads. He just didn't care. He's like, you're gonna alternate blocking high and low, and I'm just gonna go high, 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 high. Good defense. After taking a throw, stand forward is really safe to throw out for Oro, and it prevents dash-ins, and it whiffs, so it's not... It beats all Ken's normals, and it whiffs, so you can't parry it. It just counter pokes him. Really good option. You can also take a throw after... I mean, you can also throw a fireball after taking a throw. Wow. Ken could have low forward supered. He didn't have the meter, but I think the low forward would have given him the meter. That was a really fast shakeout. That was only 2 hits. That's the problem with mash throws in this game. If you mash the throw, your own throw, it makes the hits happen faster, but it doesn't. There's nothing you can do to make the throw last longer. That's entirely your opponent. So with opponents mashing really hard, it's impossible to get mash throws get more than like 3 hits. If your opponent is anyway halfway decent at mashing. This is too close to the corner that you can get anything meaningful. Yeah. What's he doing? Stopping to answer his non-existent phone. Just suddenly cornered himself for no reason. That was good. That was meaty enough that he got the overhead low mix up. He actually could have jumped over Ken. If you back throw Ken into the corner and then jump over him, normally you can't cross up Ken in the corner, but if you back throw Ken into the corner and then jump over him, you actually can cross him up in the corner because the unique way that he lands into the corner. It's like that for all Shotos. Only with Oro's back throw. A lot of people don't know that. Oh, Oro can naturally cross up Akuma in the corner. A lot of people don't know that either. Akuma's got a different hitbox, I guess, than other Shotos. MC jump throw. That punishes anti-air parry into button. It doesn't punish anti-air parry into throw. That's nice. Ah, that stand strong was so perfect. Crouch fierce into super. Into stand roundhouse. He missed it. It's hard to get though. Whoa. He got the cross under for the mid-screen combo. That was smart. And now he can do the unblockable. He does the setup that doesn't work very well. He missed the cancel at the end too. But his godlike red parrying skills are getting him all the mileage he needs. I could play like this if I had his red parries. I'm jealous. Red parry, like honestly, I have a hard time red parrying an EX fireball. I get that like 1 out of 2, and that's not very good. Getting red parries of actual block strings sounds really difficult. Most pros can do that. I'm behind. I should like record a dummy. I never had training mode for most of the time that I played this game, so like opponents are my training mode. Everything I learned, every combo I do, I learned to do in match. This is unblockable. Yeah, Alex had to try and jump out, or else he was getting dizzy, and he had such a high dizzy that even trying to jump out, if he got hit once, he was getting dizzy. So that's just really good for Kuroda in general. Stand fierce. You should have backed up a little more, or done the stand fierce earlier. One of the two. Wow. What's he doing? What's he doing? He's trying to win only with Oniyamas? Oh my god, Kuroda's trolling. That's some disrespect. This Alex player is not very good though, unfortunately. He's alright. He looks like he doesn't know the matchup, and it looks like, oh, he tried to EX chop the super. That's part of knowing the matchup. Unfortunately, that works a lot better if you have super 2. This kill. Even if he parried it successfully, Oro could have neutral jumped into air throw. and Alex sort of had to tech the air throw. It was looking like the last match, given the time. It's 2:13 out of 2:16. That was a good bait. Good punish. Empty jump stomp, or empty jump versus stomp mix-up was just soundly defeated by Wake Up EXDP. The risk of Wake Up EXDP is what if Aura does jump in parry. But the mere act of doing DPs occasionally makes it so Aura can't just get him 50-50. He has to resort to a three-way mix-up, which is, of course, good for Ken. So this Ken, even knowing that, was doing a good job. But you don't even have to be a good Ken to think of doing Wake Up EXDP. No, this isn't a good Ken. Wake Up DPs. Crota's not being very offensive. You gotta jump roundhouse. You rarely have time for that. Stand roundhouse is better because it leaves them in a knockdown state. And also does more dizzy and more damage. I heard the dizzy before I saw it. Dizzies from pokes don't cause knockdown, so you have to get to the opponent real fast. In Street Fighter 2 and 4, Dizzy's just knocked down immediately. But in this game, getting Dizzy actually increases the potential for you to get comboed rather than decreasing. You won't fall out of combos by being Dizzy, which is, I think, a superior system. Also, damage and Dizzy scaling. Well, Dizzy scaling is really high after getting Dizzied. But damage scaling resets after a Dizzy combo. It doesn't fully reset, but it mostly resets. So, a touch of Dizzy, like, if you do like a 50 hit combo and Dizzy the opponent, what the hell, Sean? This promises to be a short match. Sean is bad. Sean is really bad. Sean is offensively bad. He's everything he has, Ken has, or it's shitty. There is nothing that Sean has that isn't either Ken's or shitty. That's why Sean is a bad character. And a lot of things he has work almost like Ken's, but are subtly worse. Like his low forward takes a lot longer to come out. His sweep recovers really slow. His supers don't do as much damage, for the most part. And that's pretty sad, because Ken's Super 3 doesn't even do a lot of damage. His super jump is a lot higher and a lot slower. I think his normal jump is the same. That was desperate as hell. And of course, Crota dropped the combo. It's 30 seconds remaining in this video. Matches go real fast in this game. That's max Dizzy. No, it's not. It's max Dizzy meterless. That was a good Oniyama. Did that real early. No one's going to be parrying there. A really, really bad super. Literally could not have hit. That was good. That was a good super. That was a bad super. I mix up. Oh. I guess the video's over. That was fun. I don't know if I'll do another one of these. I might watch like the Crota Q one, the Crota Elena one. It depends on what kind of feedback people give me. Maybe the Crota Remy, or the Hugo, or the Necro. I don't know. Depends if anyone actually bothers to watch us all the way through. So I guess if you're listening to this message, tell me if you want to see one next. It took like, you know, I had to watch this and it took 2 hours, so like, I can't promise it'll happen anytime soon. But, yeah, that's all. Crota's a pretty good aura player. He's a really good Street Fighter 3 player. Pretty good aura player.